Are you ready to discover the motorcycles that simply don't give up? Today, I'm excited to bring you the 7 most reliable trail bikes of 2025. These are machines built for riders who seek limitless freedom and adventures that never have to end. We're talking about power, endurance, and pure reliability. Everything you need to get lost on the map and always come back with a smile on your face. Please stay with me until the very end, and be sure to tell me which one you would choose is your ideal companion. And if you're as passionate about motorcycles as I am, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification, because here, the adventures truly never stop. All right, let's get started. Honda CRF 300 Rally. This bike is like that one adventurous and reliable friend who is always ready for anything. It doesn't matter if you're just crossing the city, exploring a dirt path, or setting off on a long journey, it always delivers. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly why this machine is generating so much excitement. Let's begin with its heart, the engine. It features a 286-centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder. Now, while it's not aiming to break any power records, it's an absolute marvel because of its efficiency and fun factor. It delivers 27 horsepower at 8,500 revolutions per minute and a torque of 26 newton meters, which is about 19.2 pound-feet at 6,500 RPM. So what does that actually mean for you? It means you get an agile, lively response with plenty of energy right from the low revs. It's just perfect for dodging potholes in the city or exploring a dirt path without any struggle. Furthermore, it's incredibly civilized. With a fuel consumption of just 3.1 liters every 100 kilometers, that's approximately 76 miles per gallon, it's friendly both to your wallet and our planet. Its top speed sits around 132 kilometers per hour, or about 82 miles per hour, which is more than enough for road trips without ever feeling limited. The 6-gear gearbox is perfectly designed for daily use. The first 5 gears are nice and short, which is ideal for lively acceleration, while the 6th gear is taller, making it perfect for cruising on the highway with the engine relaxed and virtually no vibrations. Now let's talk about what makes it so capable: its chassis and overall design. The semi-double cradle steel frame is both lightweight and strong, giving you an immediate feeling of confidence. The suspension, which has been updated for 2025, includes a 43mm inverted fork at the front, that's about 1.7 inches, and at the rear you have a ProLink shock absorber with 260mm of travel, which is over 10.2 inches. The result? An excellent ability to soak up bumps and maintain control even in the most demanding situations. The brakes are also top-notch. There's a 296mm disc at the front, about 11.7 inches, and a 220mm disc at the back, about 8.7 inches. Both are equipped with dual-channel ABS, and here's a cool feature: you can actually disconnect the ABS on the rear wheel, which is perfect if you like to play a little more in off-road terrain. Its rally style isn't just for looks either. The fairing, inspired by Dakar race bikes, includes a tall windscreen that protects you from wind and rain on long trips. Plus, the LED headlights don't just look amazing, they provide powerful and clear illumination for night riding. With a seat height of 890mm, about 35 inches, and a weight of 153 kilograms, or 337 pounds, it's an accessible bike for many riders. Although, if you're on the shorter side, you might want to try it out first. The upright and natural riding position lets you ride for hours without getting tired, and you can easily stand up on the foot pegs when you're tackling dirt roads. In terms of technology and connectivity, the CRF 300 also takes a step forward. It includes a very comprehensive LCD digital instrument panel, complete with a tachometer, fuel gauge clock, and even a gear indicator. And if you love to travel, you'll really appreciate the USB-C port, which is perfect for keeping all your devices charged up. Now let's talk numbers. In the European market, the official price is €7,250. Over in the United States, the base price is $6,999 plus a destination charge of $600, bringing the total to around $7,099. So, as you can see, this bike sits in a very interesting segment, especially when you consider everything it offers. But what do people who already own one have to say? User and expert opinions are in agreement. Its lightness and manageability are its greatest strengths. It's a bike that you feel in control of from the very first minute, whether you're in city traffic or on a dirt road. The anti-rebound clutch makes gear changes super smooth and prevents any scary moments during hard braking. And its range, thanks to the 12-liter tank, that's 3.2 gallons, is a huge plus for anyone who loves to travel. Now, of course, no love is ever perfect. Some more demanding riders have mentioned that the suspension, while improved, can feel a bit hard or limited for truly intense off-road use. And another small detail, although the front ABS is very useful on the road, it can't be easily disconnected like the rear can. This might take away a bit of the fun on very soft terrain where sometimes you'd prefer to be able to lock the front wheel. So who is this bike really for? Well, if you're looking for one single bike that can do everything, the CRF 300 Rally is your ideal companion. It's perfect for the urban rider who escapes on weekends, for the beginner adventurer who wants to gain confidence without any complications, and even for more experienced riders who prioritize lightness and fun over raw power. Its comfort, protective features, and friendly character make it an ideal bike for long trips, but also for enjoying your daily commute. In short, it's a bike that invites you to go out, explore, and live the adventure, no matter where the road takes you. CFMOTO 450 MT. Are you ready to discover one of the most interesting adventure bikes to hit the market recently? This is a machine designed to take you right to the point where the road ends, but without making your wallet suffer in the process. Just imagine this. A 449-centimeter parallel twin engine specifically tuned for adventure. It's not the same engine used in its sportier siblings. Here, the engineers have done thorough work on the camshaft and intake system, aiming for strong torque at low and mid revs. The result is 44 horsepower and 44 newton meters of torque. That's about 32.5 pound-feet. It features a 270-degree crankshaft that gives it a really character-filled feel and an immediate response, right when you need it most. It's perfect for climbing dirt roads or making a confident pass on the highway. Its top speed is around 170 kilometers per hour, about 106 miles per hour, which is more than sufficient for any type of trip. And with an average fuel consumption of 4.8 liters per 100 kilometers, that's approximately 49 miles per gallon, its 17-liter tank, that's 4.5 gallons, gives you a range that can exceed 350 kilometers or 217 miles. In short, it gives you the freedom to get lost without ever worrying about the next gas station. But of course, a true adventure bike doesn't earn its title from power alone. This is where its chromium molybdenum steel trellis chassis comes into play, offering exceptional rigidity without adding a lot of weight. The bike comes in at about 175 kilograms dry, that's 386 pounds, making it very manageable in any situation. And speaking of control, it features top-level Kayaba suspension. At the front, there's a 41mm inverted fork, about 1.6 inches, and at the rear, an adjustable shock absorber with 200mm of travel, that's 7.9 inches. Combine that with its 220mm of ground clearance, 8.7 inches, and you can confidently face rocks, potholes, or complicated paths without a second thought. The braking system is also up to the task. The components are from Jotawan, a brand within the Brembo group, featuring a 320mm radial front disc, 12.6 inches, with a 4-piston caliper. This is all backed by the dual-channel ABS system from Bosch. And here's the best part. You can disconnect the rear ABS just by pressing a button so you can fully enjoy yourself when you leave the asphalt behind. In the technology department, this bike is also very serious. It features a 5-inch curved TFT screen that becomes your true command center. Thanks to its connectivity and the official CFMOTO app, you can link your smartphone and access all sorts of information about your routes and the bike status. Furthermore, it includes 2 USB ports, one of them a Type-C, so your devices will always stay charged. And as you'd expect from a modern bike, it has traction control that acts in milliseconds if it detects the rear wheel slipping.
letting you focus entirely on enjoying the ride. Its design, inspired by rally bikes, isn't just about style. The upper fairing, with its vertical double LED headlight and the height-adjustable windscreen, give it a modern adventure look. But they also serve a practical purpose: better aerodynamic protection and excellent visibility. The riding position is designed for long days in the saddle, with very well thought out ergonomics. The seat, one of its strong points, has a standard height of 820 millimeters, 32.3 inches, but it can be lowered to 800 millimeters, 31.5 inches, which is something shorter riders will really appreciate. And if you're tall, there's an optional seat that raises the riding position to 870 millimeters, 34.3 inches. The wide handlebar and well-positioned foot pegs guarantee total control, whether you're seated or standing, on any type of terrain. And now, the big question: how much does this two-wheeled adventure cost? In the European market, the 450 MT starts from about 6,495 euros in Spain, which is a really competitive price for everything it offers. In the United States, for the moment, there is no official confirmed price for 2025, so if you're there, it's best to check directly with an official CFMOTO dealership for the most accurate information. So, what do those who have already tried it have to say? Opinions are unanimous. It's a versatile, balanced bike with a spectacular quality-to-price ratio. The engine offers more than enough power, and its off-road behavior is both agile and fun. As for points that could be improved, some users mention that the stock CST tires aren't the best for very muddy or sandy terrain, and that certain plastic parts could have a more premium fit and finish. Even so, most agree that the overall finishes are very good, and the best part is that there are no reports of comment or serious faults. With the manufacturer's warranty and the brand's demonstrated reliability, the general feeling is very positive. Still, it never hurts to check out specialized CFMOTO forums to learn about long-term experiences. So, who is this bike for? The 450 MT is perfect for anyone who wants to start their journey in the trail world without spending a fortune, and it's especially ideal for those with an A2 license. It's also a great option for experienced motorcyclists looking for a light, fun, and easy-to-handle companion for weekend getaways without the weight and size of a maxi trail. Its comfort, generous range, and versatility make it an excellent bike both for traveling long distances and for moving through the city with ease.
APRILIA TUAREG 660. This is much more than just a motorcycle. It's a passport to adventure with a true Italian soul. Imagine having the essence of a rally champion right in your garage, ready to accompany you anywhere. Today, we're going to discover everything that makes this machine such a fascinating option. Let's start with its heart, a 659-centimeter parallel twin, specially tuned for adventure. It develops 80 horsepower and 70 newton-meters of torque, about 51.6 pound-feet. But what's really special is how it delivers that power. Aprilia has engineered it so that 75% of the torque is available from just 3,000 revolutions per minute. This translates into an immediate, punchy response just when you need it most, whether you're climbing a mountain pass or powering out of a tricky dirt section. For 2025, this engine has been updated with larger 52mm throttle bodies, that's 2 inches, and it complies with the Euro 5 standard, meaning it's more efficient without losing its character. In terms of fuel consumption, it's surprisingly restrained, using about 4 liters every 100 kilometers, approximately 59 miles per gallon. With its 18-liter tank, 4.8 gallons, it offers a range close to 450 kilometers, or 280 miles. That's enough to spend the whole day exploring without worrying about fuel. And if we talk about speed, it can reach around 200 kilometers per hour, about 124 miles per hour, which is more than enough for any situation on the road or highway. But where the Touareg truly shines is in its chassis. Aprilia did not cut corners here.
It uses a tubular steel chassis designed to withstand the rigors of off-road riding, anchored to the engine at 6 points to achieve exceptional rigidity and solidity. The suspension is high-end Kayaba with a 43mm inverted fork, 1.7 inches, at the front and a rear monoshock. Both have a generous 240mm of travel, 9.4 inches, and are fully adjustable. This lets you fine-tune the bike for any terrain, from softness and control on broken paths to total precision on asphalt. The brakes are from Brembo, with two 300mm front discs, about 11.8 inches, offering outstanding stopping power. All of this is managed by a Bosch ABS system that, and this is key, you can disconnect on the front wheel in off-road mode. This is ideal for those controlled rally-style slides. Spoked wheels, 21 inches at the front and 18 at the rear, complete a package that's ready to conquer any terrain. In the technology department, the TUAREG is on par with its sportier siblings. It incorporates the advanced APRILIA system with 4-level traction control, engine brake control, and various power maps. It has 4 riding modes: Urban for daily use with total safety, Explore, designed for the open road, Off-road, which reduces the electronic aids to give you more freedom off the asphalt, and an individual mode, which is fully configurable to your liking. All of the information is displayed on a clear, modern 5-inch TFT screen. And if you add the optional APRILIA MIA system, you can connect your smartphone to manage calls, music, and navigation directly from the dashboard. It's like having a rally co-pilot right on your handlebar. The design is also a strong point. It has that Dakar-inspired aesthetic that recalls Aprilia's victories in the Africa Eco Race, with clean lines, an LED headlight with an unmistakable signature, and a fairing that balances robustness and lightness. In the 2025 version, a plastic support under the headlight has been removed, giving it a cleaner and more dynamic look. In terms of comfort, the riding position is ergonomic and natural, with a wide handlebar that gives you total control whether you're seated or standing. The seat is 860 millimeters, 33.9 inches high, and it's narrow at the front, making it much more accessible than it might seem. This allows riders of different heights to feel comfortable and secure. Plus, while the seat feels firm at first, it has just the right amount of cushioning for covering long distances without punishing the rider. On the economic side, the base version of the TUAREG 660 for 2025 is around €12,199 in European markets like France or Spain. In the United States, the estimated price is about $12,299. Do note that these prices can vary with accessories or special versions like the Rally Edition, which goes up to €13,999 and includes components designed for the most demanding off-road use. And what's the word from those who have already ridden it? They agree that its lightness and agility are impressive for a trail bike of this size. At just 204 kilograms in running order, 450 pounds, it feels manageable both on the road and on the trails. Its electronics are among the most complete in this segment, offering an outstanding level of safety and customization. For criticisms, some mention that its price is at the higher end of the segment, even approaching that of some larger displacement models. And the engine, while full of character, can feel a little calmer at very low revs compared to some bigger rivals. But in the mid to high rev range, it comes alive with plenty of strength and guaranteed fun. So who is the Aprilia TUAREG 660 for? It's for the adventurer who accepts no limits. It's for the rider looking for one bike that can handle a long road trip one weekend and get lost on dirt paths the next. Its balanced behavior and lightness and advanced electronics make it perfect for mid-level experienced riders, but also for veterans who want an agile, modern trail bike with soul. It's not the cheapest option, but it is certainly one of the most exciting, complete, and authentic you can find on the market today.
Honda XL 750 TRANSALP. Honda has polished every last detail of this machine to create a travel companion that feels just at home on pavement as it does on dirt roads. This is a bike that doesn't need to shout to get your attention. It invites you to explore with a quiet confidence that comes from its perfect balance and that unique feeling of serenity that only Honda seems to deliver. The heart of the TRANSALP is a 755-centimeter parallel twin engine, and it's an absolute delight. It's not one of those abrupt, intimidating engines, quite the opposite. It offers a very generous spread of torque from low revs with 75 newton-meters of maximum torque, about 55.3 pound-feet, that pushes gently from almost any engine speed. Thanks to this, it's incredibly manageable in the city and feels very secure when you're accelerating out of corners. Its maximum power is 91 horsepower, which is more than enough for quick, safe overtakes on the highway with a top speed close to 195 kilometers per hour, or about 121 miles per hour. And the best part, it achieves this with a contained fuel consumption of just 4.3 liters per 100 kilometers, approximately 55 miles per gallon. When you combine that with its 16-liter fuel tank, 4.2 gallons, you get a range of around 390 kilometers, 242 miles. That's perfect for forgetting about gas stations and just focusing on enjoying the scenery. Now, how does all that power actually behave on the road? This is where the chassis and suspension work their magic. The diamond-type steel frame combines lightness with rigidity, offering a level of precision in corners that inspires total confidence. For 2025, Honda has fine-tuned the suspension settings. It features a 43mm Showa inverted front fork, 1.7 inches, and a Pro-Link rear shock absorber. The engineers have slightly softened the front fork and hardened the rear shock, which results in better control over rough terrain and greater stability, especially when you're carrying luggage or a passenger. In practice, you'll feel that the bike is more comfortable over bumps and feels firmer during hard braking. The braking system is no slouch either. Two 310mm front discs, about 12.2 inches, offer progressive and safe stopping power, assisted by a 2-channel ABS system that, by the way, you can disconnect on the rear wheel if you want more control off-road. Where you really notice this is a modern bike is in its technological features. Taking center stage is a 5-inch full-color TFT screen, perfectly legible even in direct sunlight. This panel is your command center. From here, you can manage connectivity with your smartphone via Honda Road Sync, which lets you follow turn-by-turn navigation with voice prompts, control your music, or take calls without ever letting go of the handlebar. And that's not all. It has 5 different riding modes: Sport, Standard, Rain, Gravel, and a customizable user mode. Each one adjusts parameters like power delivery, engine braking, traction control, and ABS settings to fit any type of terrain like a glove. That said, some testers have mentioned that switching between modes with the new toggle switch can feel a bit slow and take some getting used to, especially when you're wearing thick gloves. In terms of design and comfort, the 2025 TRANSALP gets a facelift that brings its styling closer to its bigger sister, the Africa Twin. It features a new double LED headlight that reinforces its robust, adventurous look. The windscreen, now made from a material called Durabio, has been redesigned with a central air duct to reduce turbulence and that annoying helmet buffeting, making long journeys much more peaceful. The riding position is upright and natural, with well-positioned foot pegs that keep you comfortable whether you're seated or standing on the pegs. The seat height is 850 millimeters, 33.5 inches, which is quite accessible. Combined with its well-balanced center of gravity, makes maneuvering at a standstill or low speed surprisingly easy for a trail bike of this size. Furthermore, there's an optional lower seat for those who want even more confidence when putting both feet down. And now the million-dollar question: how much does it cost? In Europe, prices start at 10,700 euros for the version limited to 35 kilowatts, ideal for A2 license holders, and 11,000 euros for the full power version.
In the United States, the base price is $9,999 plus a $600 destination charge, bringing the total to $10,599. This is a very competitive price, positioning the TRANSALP as one of the most well-rounded options in its category. What are users and experts saying about it? Most praise its exquisite road manners, its agility in corners, and its comfort on long trips. They also highlight the engine's smoothness and the improved bump absorption from the front suspension. As for areas of improvement, some comment that while it's competent off-road, the electronic aids can feel a bit intrusive in more technical terrain, slightly limiting the fun compared to more hardcore rivals like the Yamaha Tenere 70 or the KTM 890 Adventure. It's also mentioned that if you ride it enthusiastically on the road, the foot pegs can touch down a bit sooner than you might expect due to its somewhat moderate ride height. In terms of reliability, there are no reports of serious faults, just minor observations about ergonomics and the electronics interface. So who is the Honda TRANSALP for? It's the perfect bike for anyone seeking a reliable and versatile adventure companion, a mount that feels equally comfortable on the open road and on a winding dirt path. It's ideal for those who value comfort, a good range, and the peace of mind that comes with Honda's legendary reliability. Its accessible power and predictable nature make it a great choice for riders with some experience who are ready to step up to an adventure bike without feeling overwhelmed, or even for veteran bikers who want to keep exploring without any fuss.
VOGUE DS 800 Rally. If you're looking for a two-wheeled adventure that refuses to be tied down to just one type of road, then you're going to want to hear about this one. Imagine an engine that pulses with the strength of a true explorer. At the core of this machine is a 798-centimeter parallel twin with a 270-degree firing order. That might sound like a technical detail, but it makes all the difference, giving the engine a deep, throaty sound and a character that's reminiscent of a classic V-twin. This power plant delivers 95 horsepower and a maximum torque of 81 newton-meters, about 59.7 pound-feet. This translates into powerful acceleration, whether you're powering out of a corner or tackling a steep off-road climb without a moment's hesitation. And with its massive 24-liter fuel tank, that's 6.3 gallons, you can look forward to a range that can exceed 450 kilometers or 280 miles. It's the ideal companion for those routes where gas stations are few and far between. All that energy is managed by selectable riding modes and a traction control system that can be switched off for those times when you want to let the rear wheel slide a little in the dirt. But a great adventure needs a capable travel partner, and this is where the chassis of the VOGUE DS 800 Rally really proves its worth. This bike is born ready for tough terrain, with a ground clearance of 220 millimeters, 8.7 inches, and proper raid-ready spoked wheels 21 inches at the front and 18 at the rear, fitted as standard with the excellent Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR tires. The suspension is top shelf. You get a fully adjustable 43mm Kayaba inverted fork at the front and a Kayaba rear monoshock, also adjustable. Both are designed to soak up bumps and rocks without missing a beat. When it comes to braking, VOGUE didn't hold back. It features Nissin radial mount brakes with dual front discs and a dual-channel ABS system that, of course, can be disengaged for off-road riding. And here's a nice touch, an adjustable steering damper comes as standard equipment, which is something you don't often see in this category. Now let's move on to the technology. As soon as you swing a leg over, you're greeted by a massive 7-inch vertical TFT screen. It's huge, bright, and packed with information. From here, you can connect your smartphone to manage calls, music, or even use navigation. Are you feeling cold? The heated grips and heated seat are both standard. Want to keep an eye on your tire pressure in real time? It has a TPMS system as well. Concerned about security? There's even an integrated front-facing camera that records your rides. And that's not all. It also comes with cruise control, full LED lighting, and both USB and USB-C ports to keep all your gadgets charged. Honestly, it's one of the most comprehensively equipped bikes you can find today. In terms of design and comfort, the riding posture is as versatile as the bike's spirit. The seat height of 850 millimeters, 33.5 inches, and a wide handlebar puts you in an upright, commanding position. It's perfect for eating up highway miles, but also for standing up on the foot pegs when the going gets rough. The foot pegs have removable rubber inserts that reveal a serrated metal surface underneath, ideal for getting a better grip with your boots off-road. And with a claimed wet weight of 213 kilograms, about 470 pounds, it's within the average for this segment. However, its well-engineered center of gravity gives it surprisingly good maneuverability. Now, here's what might make you fall in love with this bike. Its value for money. In Europe, this entire package of technology, power, and features has a very competitive price of 7,888 euros. In the United Kingdom, it's around 6,999 pounds. For everything you get, the VOGUE DS800 Rally presents a tremendously interesting proposition. Its price is significantly lower than its European or Japanese rivals, yet it comes with equipment that would often be expensive options on other brands. It's worth noting that there is still no officially confirmed price for the US market in 2025. What are the early impressions from those who've ridden it? Since it's a very new model, there aren't many long-term reviews yet, but the initial feedback is consistent. Its biggest strength is offering a full package at an unbeatable price. You don't need to spend a single extra cent to start your travel adventures. As for potential weaknesses, some point to its weight of 213 kilograms, which is on the heavier side for the segment, and the question mark over its long-term reliability, something only time and many miles will truly answer. For now, there are no significant reports of reoccurring faults in owner forums or online communities. So, who is the VOGUE DS800 Rally for? If you're the kind of rider who loves long expeditions, uncertain paths, and that incredible feeling of freedom that starts where the pavement ends, then the DS800 Rally was designed with you in mind. It's perfect for those who value a long range, having all the equipment from day one, and an engine with real personality, all without requiring a huge financial investment. That said, because of its power and seat height, it might not be the best choice for an absolute beginner. But for someone with some experience who's ready to step up to a true do-it-all trail bike, it's a very compelling option.
Ducati Desert X. This is not just another pretty Italian motorcycle. It's a true machine with a genuine thirst for adventure. Picture this. You're on a dirt road. The horizon stretches out like an infinite line in the desert, and between your legs, you feel the heartbeat of a real explorer. That is the Ducati Desert X. And today, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about it. When you twist the throttle, the first thing you feel is the pulse of its heart, the famous 937 cubic centimeter Testastretta 11-degree engine. This L-twin embodies the pure essence of Ducati. This engineering masterpiece delivers 110 horsepower at 9,250 revolutions per minute and a stout 92 newton-meters of torque, about 67.9 pound-feet at 6,500 RPM. The power delivery is vigorous, yet surprisingly docile. The acceleration is exciting without being frightening, and the torque comes on early and pushes you forward smoothly, making it perfect for both the highway and challenging off-road sections. In terms of fuel consumption, while there are no definitive official numbers, real-world tests suggest it gets about 17.8 kilometers per liter, which is around 42 miles per gallon. Combined with its 21-liter fuel tank, 5.5 gallons, that gives you more than enough range to venture far off the beaten path. And yes, its top speed is over 200 kilometers per hour, well over 124 miles per hour. But the real magic isn't in that number. It's in the feeling of absolute control and capability you get no matter what terrain you're on. Now, what's holding all this power and performance together? A lightweight, rigid, multi-tubular steel chassis, ready to handle the punishment of real adventure. This is where the Desert X truly stands out. It features long-travel Kayaba suspension with a fully adjustable 46mm inverted fork, 1.5 inches,
offering 230 millimeters, 9.1 inches of travel at the front. The rear gets the similarly adjustable monoshock with 220 millimeters, 8.7 inches of travel. In simple terms, it soaks up bumps and obstacles that would leave many other adventure bikes feeling overwhelmed. For brakes, Ducati never compromises. It's equipped with a top-spec Brembo system with two 320mm floating discs, 12.6 inches, and monoblock 4-piston calipers up front. At the rear, there's a 265mm disc, 10.4 inches, with a 2-piston caliper. The whole system is managed by sophisticated cornering ABS from Bosch, which adjusts braking force based on your lean angle, giving you huge confidence even when braking mid-corner. The technology on board is a real delight. In front of you is a 5.5-inch full-color TFT screen mounted vertically for perfect visibility, whether you're sitting down or standing on the pegs. Through this, you control the Ducati multimedia system, allowing you to connect your smartphone, handle calls, listen to music, and best of all, see turn-by-turn navigation directions right on the display. It offers 6 distinct riding modes: Sport, Touring, Urban, Wet, Enduro, and Rally. Each one tailors the power delivery, traction control, wheelie control, and ABS settings to suit the conditions. And it comes standard with cruise control, a bi-directional quick shifter, and full LED lighting. In short, it's a bike that's as smart and connected as it is adventurous. In design and comfort, the Desert X is a real head-turner. Its look is a homage to the legendary Elephant motorcycles from the Dakar Rally of the 1990s, with those 2 distinctive round headlights that have become an icon. But it's not just about nostalgia. The bodywork is robust, functional, and designed to protect you on every kilometer of your journey. The seat height standard is 875 millimeters, 34.4 inches, which places it firmly in the territory of serious adventure bikes. However, Ducati has thought about riders of all sizes. They offer lower seat options and even a reduced suspension kit that brings the height down to 845 millimeters, 33.3 inches, making it more accessible. The riding position is upright and natural, with well-placed foot pegs that make it easy to transition from sitting to standing when the trail demands it. Aerodynamic protection is also excellent, especially on the Discovery version, which comes with a taller, more effective windscreen to deflect wind on the highway. Let's talk about the price. For the 2025 model year in the United States, the Desert X range comes in 3 versions. The standard, in Star White Silk, color, starts at $17,995. The Desert X Discovery, which is more equipped for travel with aluminum panniers, protection bars, heated grips, and a larger windscreen, starts at $19,995. And the most radical of them all, the Desert X Rally, with longer travel suspension and lighter components, comes in at $23,395. In Europe, you can find the standard version for about 17,320 euros and the Rally version for 22,215 euros. What's it actually like to ride? Those who have taken it to extreme environments like Patagonia all agree its performance is breathtaking. Despite the large 21-inch front wheel, it feels agile, stable, and planted when cornering on asphalt, which is quite rare for a bike so focused on off-road capability. On dirt, the power delivery is manageable, and the riding modes are perfectly calibrated, offering high-speed stability and low-speed balance that gives you a feeling of total control. Are there any downsides? Some riders note that its center of gravity is a bit high, which you might notice when maneuvering at a standstill. Also, the cost of maintenance and spare parts, as is typical for Ducati, is not particularly low. On the reliability front, however, there are no reports of recurring mechanical issues with the 2025 model, which is an excellent sign. So, who's the Ducati Desert X for? This bike is the perfect partner for the experienced adventurer who wants more than just transportation. They want to feel, to discover, and to concur. It's for the rider who values Italian character, cutting-edge technology, and a motorcycle that can devour highway miles in comfort, but when the pavement ends, simply says, let's go further. It's not the most recommended option for an absolute beginner, given its power, weight, and height, But if you already have some experience and you dream of a bike that's ready for long journeys, mountain traversals, or routes where the map dissolves into dust and nameless trails, then the Desert X is without a doubt one of the most exciting and capable machines you can buy today.
Triumph Tiger 1200 Rally Pro. Imagine a machine that doesn't just take you to remote places, but does so with a level of power and technology that will absolutely astound you. Today, we're going to dive deep into the details that make this bike a true off-road weapon without asking you to sacrifice even a little bit of comfort when you're back on the asphalt. First, we have to talk about its heart. We're looking at a 1,160-centimeter triple-cylinder engine with a unique T-plane crankshaft. It generates 150 horsepower at 9,000 RPM and a massive 130 newton-meters of torque, about 95.9 pound-feet at 7,000 RPM. But the numbers only tell part of the story. What's incredible is how it delivers that power. It has the smooth, tractable push of a twin cylinder at low revs, which is perfect for technical terrain or city maneuvering. But when you open the throttle, it transforms into a frantic, linear triple, with an acceleration force that will literally take your breath away. Triumph has been hard at work. For 2025, they've refined this engine even further, achieving a smoother and more precise torque delivery at low revs, and the clutch offers even smoother gear changes. For fuel consumption, it's rated at 5.1 liters every 100 kilometers, about 46 miles per gallon. With its 20-liter tank, 5.3 gallons, that gives you a range of about 392 kilometers or 243 miles. That's enough to keep you lost in adventure for hours on end. This is where the Rally Pro model really proves its name is earned. Its steel chassis is a blend of lightness and strength, but the real game changer is the suspension. It features a Showa semi-active system with 220 millimeters of 8.7 inches of travel that continuously adapts to the terrain and your riding style. And it has a genius feature called active preload reduction. When you come to a stop, it automatically reduces the rear suspension preload by up to 20 millimeters, 0.8 of an inch, making it so much easier to get your feet firmly on the ground. The wheels are spoked and tubeless with a 21-inch front, the undisputed gold standard for serious adventure riding. They roll over bumps and rocks with complete authority. To slow down this beast, Triumph fitted top-spec Brembo Stylema 4-piston calipers up front, combining brutal stopping power with exquisite sensitivity and feel. Climbing onto this Tiger is like stepping into the cockpit of a fighter jet. The 7-inch TFT screen with the My Triumph connectivity system lets you pair your smartphone to manage calls, music, and navigation without ever losing focus. It has up to 6 riding modes, including a dedicated Off-Road Pro mode. This mode deactivates traction control and ABS completely, letting you slide the bike and play in the mud to your heart's content. It also comes with a bi-directional quick shifter, cruise control, hill hold control, and adaptive LED headlights that actually lean into corners to light your way. Every journey becomes a safer, more technologically advanced, and more exciting experience. Triumph has clearly been listening to its riders. For 2025, the seat has a flatter profile, giving you more room to move around. You can also opt for a low seat that reduces the height by 20 millimeters. The standard seat height is adjustable between 875 and 895 millimeters, 34.4 to 35.2 inches. Combined with that preload reduction feature, it makes the bike manageable for a very wide range of rider sizes. The riding position is commanding, perfect for long stints in the saddle, but also for hours spent standing on the foot pegs while attacking rough trails. The new handlebar grips help reduce vibration, and the mirrors are much more stable, something you'll appreciate on every single kilometer you ride. So how much does this marvel of engineering cost? In Europe, the suggested price is €23,195. In the United States, you can get one for $23,520. Who is the ideal rider for this machine? The Tiger 1200 Rally Pro is not a beginner's bike. Its substantial weight and immense power make it the perfect tool for experienced riders who are looking for the most complete adventure package available. It's the ideal companion for long-distance tours, frequent off-road excursions, and for riders who demand a motorcycle that can genuinely do it all. It's not the most economical or practical choice for city commuting, but if your ultimate goal is to feel the excitement and explore without any limits,
then this tiger could very well be your next adventure partner.
Well, fellow riders, we've reached the end of our tour of the 7 most reliable trail bikes of 2025. It's been a journey filled with adventure, dust, sweeping curves, and incredible machines that inspire us to keep exploring. Each one of these bikes has its own unique charm. Some are light and easy, perfect for those just starting out. Others are packed with technology and character, designed for those who want to push a little further. But they all share one thing in common: that free spirit that urges us to leave the pavement behind and discover new paths. If I had to pick just one, I'd choose the bike that best combines power, control, and pure excitement. The one that doesn't just take you far, but makes you enjoy every single meter of the journey. Because in the end, the best bike isn't the fastest or the most expensive. It's the one that makes you feel truly alive every time you press the starter button. Now it's your turn. Which one of these 7 has won your heart? Which one can you see yourself on for your next great adventure? Let me know down in the comments. I would absolutely love to read your thoughts. If you enjoyed riding along on this journey with me, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so we can keep growing this amazing moto family. Good roots, everyone.